Hello, and welcome to the first devlog of our upcoming game O.G.T.D. In this video, I would like to tell you about who we are, why we do what we do, and what future plans we have. My name is Ivan, and here we go. Our journey started back in 2016, well, my journey, when I was scrolling my Steam library and I realized there is not really much to play regardless of thousands of games available. And in the moment, an amazing idea struck me. Wait, I can make my own games and play them with my friends, right? Well, easier said than done. Game development is a very complex, multi-layered process. Imagine making a movie. You need an idea, script, cast, cameras, production, post-production, marketing, and so on. There's an endless list of what you do. In game development, it's basically double. I had no idea where to begin, so I thought, well, 3D modeling should be the way to go, right? It's like where you start when you want to show something. I jumped to Maya but switched to Blender 3D as it seemed more beginner-friendly, and the interface was, well, more applicable. Alongside learning Blender, I was studying economics and worked as a graphics designer part-time, so adding the third dimension to my Photoshop and Illustrator skills was not really that hard. After that, I started learning Unreal Engine when I was pretty good at Blender. I was actually amazed by some of the tech demos and graphics the engine was capable of, and after learning that you can just make games with blueprints with few to no knowledge of programming, I was sold. There was no question for me what engine to choose. In 2021, I joined the military for a year, where I met my current partner, Eugene. He's a guru in programming with C# and C++, Python. I actually have no idea what else he's capable of. He's a very talented guy, and we were destined to meet each other. Right away, I decided to tell him about my idea of making games and try to, getting to my team. I remember us spending countless hours of our free time along the year of just brainstorming, like what we can create, what we can do. We had a couple ideas, and we started working actually on a different project. And this project will be, well, I'll tell you in another video about it. We came back to tower defense around 7 months ago from today. It seemed very easy, when you look at something, you look at the idea, it seems very straightforward when you think about it. Like, there's a turret, it shoots an enemy dies, you get points, you move on, right? No. There's actually a lot more under the hood. The genre we chose is very much alive and a lot of people interest themselves in it, but let's be honest, there are not many games that are actually good. I've seen them, I've played them, I'm not amazed. It couldn't really hold me. So we decided to make it better. We created some basic turrets, some basic monsters, not even monsters, those were like cubes or spheres that were just walking and dying. And we actually had another guy joining our team at the moment, Anton. Anton is a great artist. He's very technical, he knows his stuff, and he's very good with topology and UVs. He's insane. He's very talented. I'm actually very lucky to know these two guys because they helped me a lot along the journey. And looking back at 2 years of prototyping, solving cases, fixing bugs, creating models, and it's been a lot. Today I'm willing to show you the core of the game, turrets, monsters, and the gameplay loop. I will not be able to show you any gameplay footage in this video, as we are still tweaking some navigation settings and other settings even this deep into the development process. So, let's start with the lore. The setting of the game is in distant future where planets get attacked by some unknown cosmic entity that corrupts all the life forms, bends their minds, and makes them fight against their former allies. It behaves like a hive mind, but it's not dumb. The only thing that protects the remaining cities from total annihilation are power generators that are scattered around the world, powering the remnants of civilizations that have fled for their underground settlements. But who are you in all of this? Well, you are a combat engineer of a megacorp, O.G.T.D, that develops and produces the defense structures. You place them, you upgrade them when possible, you repair them when needed, and you sell them when they become obsolete. Turrets are obviously automatic. They target the closest monster and deal damage until the target or the turret are destroyed. Wait, can the turrets be damaged or destroyed? Yes they can. and they will be. Later about that. Every map is surrounded by a number of monsters and spawn points, more of which become active while you progress forward. It is up to you to manage your scarce resources to defend against endless, well, not really endless, hordes of enemies. There are 4 basic classes of turrets and 4 subtypes for each class, which brings us to 16 unique defense turrets. 12 of them have 8 upgradable tiers to research and use in combat, 4 of them have 4 tiers. Those 16 turrets are currently operational and will be in game on release. 8 more turrets are currently in early production state, and I'll share more info on them in the future devlogs. Currently in-game we have 9 types of fully operational monsters of 3 different subclasses. The very basic type of enemy is normal. There's actually nothing normal about it. It's a twisted, corrupted killing machine with only one aim and goal: get to the generator and destroy it. The second enemy type is a kamikaze. Those little monsters are very fast and share the values of their predecessor, the normal monster. Get there and die a glorious death. The third type is a boomer, which might sound familiar. Yep, these guys explode upon death, dealing immense AoE damage, and they're pretty slow. The next class of enemies is different. Their sole goal is not to find the way to destroy the generator, but to help other monsters do the dirty work. They are team players of kind. An Empowerer increases the damage output of every single monster under its dome. The Healer, well, it heals. And the Defender creates an impenetrable shield that blocks the turret projectiles. But the shield can be destroyed, and it does recharge, and it does reappear. The next subclass of enemies are more of a kill squad. There's a Witch. It's a pretty agile and a dangerous monster. It launches deadly projectiles at turrets that attack it. It might also be the favorite Empowerer target to follow and boost. There's the Tank, a solid melee monster, and it easily becomes upset with the turret shooting him. He will come close, and he will do his best to destroy it. And there is also a Golem. The Golem is more of a mini-boss type of enemy, and that guy is like a tank. It is tougher, it is bigger, it is stronger, and it simply one-shots anything it finds. So, in order to wrap up the current devlog, it's pretty long as it is, what are we trying to do? Well, this title is aimed at bringing the genre of tower defense to the next level. We are really working hard to make the game good, to deliver the most fun and engaging gameplay for both casual and more invested hardcore gamers. We are currently working on the PvE campaign alongside with the PvP competitive game mode. Yes, can you ever imagine a tower defense game having PvP mode? How will it work? That's still a secret. I will be very glad to share it in the upcoming devlogs when we, well, make it work, when we finalize the production of it. But you can expect the info very soon. As of right now, what we're mostly working on is making the website available to the public, that will be posted in our social media that is available in the description down below, and I will also pin it in the comment below this video if the site goes live before the second devlog. Speaking of which, the second devlog will contain the gameplay footage and the development roadmap for the, well, upcoming months. For as far we can see, we are willing to share the information as full as we can, as clear, as transparent as we can, so yeah. But what I really ask for is feedback. Anything, any thoughts you have, post them, write them, come to Discord, show me, tell me, call me, whatever. It is probably the most essential thing when developing a good game is actually speaking to people who play the game, listening to what they have to say, and doing what they want it to be done. So yeah, don't be shy.